would like to join us this morning, we have Reverend Trescott from Calvary Baptist Church who'd like to open us up.
Thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Lord, thank you for the day. Thank you for all that you've given to us. Pray that you bless this time together. Lord, we thank you for these men and ladies that are leading our county. Lord, we pray that you bless them. Father, may they just fulfill your plan and your will for their lives. And Lord, we thank you most of all for Jesus Christ. Thank you that he died for us. And Lord, we pray again that you bless this time. May everything be done decently and in order, and may your will be accomplished. We thank you. We praise you. Thank you for each one that's involved. Would you bless us in a mighty way? In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Pastor, thank you for joining us. All right. You're taking us online? Okay. Good morning, everyone. We are here on December 3rd, 2025 for the regularly scheduled meeting of the Nicholas County Commission.
Make a motion to review and waive and approve the minutes of the November 19th, 2025 meeting.
There's a motion on the floor. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried.
Upon review of the exonerations as presented by the Nicholas County Assessor, I move to approve accordingly.
There's a motion on the floor. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried.
Upon review of the estate and fiduciary matters as presented by the Nicholas County Clerk, I make it to a motion to approve accordingly unless otherwise noted.
There's a motion on the floor. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion is carried.
Upon submission of budget revisions received from the elected officials and department head, make a motion that the commission will take appropriate action as deemed necessary.
There's a motion on the floor. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried.
Upon review of invoices that have been submitted by various departmental offices, the commission will take the appropriate action as deemed necessary.
There's a motion on the floor. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion is carried. So we have some terms expiring for the Nicholas County Parks and Recreation. Do you have anybody on that?
Motion to table.
There's a motion on the floor. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried. Both of them? Yes. Okay, we'll table both of those under that one vote. For the Nicholas County Health Department, there is a term, an office for Jordan Beats. Is there anybody know anything about that?
Motion to table.
There's a motion on the floor. Is there any discussion?
No.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we have a resignation of Dave Taylor from the Fenwick Mountain Public Service District. Mr. Taylor is just decided to retire. He's taken care of that, how many years?
Counts.
50 years. So he has decided to retire from that, so he is asking that we accept his resignation.
I'll make a motion to accept the resignation of Mr. Dave Taylor after many years of very good service to the PSD on Fenwick Mountain. And also to table any replacements for this meeting.
Okay, there's a motion on the floor. Is there any discussion?
Yes, sir.
The only discussion I have is just what Garrett said. He's taken care of this for years and years and years with no pay.
Alongside Barbara.
And done a terrific job, him and his wife both, but it's just time. So, is there any discussion, other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion has carried. Okay, public comment.
Patty, could you check if we have public comment, please?
Can I see you? Oh, you're so little, I didn't see it. Okay, no public comment. Okay, we're gonna move right on into our next appointment, which we have Cassandra Lawson, Senior Project Specialist with Region 4, to talk about Birch Rivers PSD Keno Ridge Water Line Extension Project.
Good morning. What we have for you this morning are what the development office calls their evidentiary materials. It's what they require initially for the implementation of any grant that they award. And we also have with us the board of the Birch River PSD. We have Libby Kaufman, Treasurer, Secretary, T.G. Griffith, Chairman, and Alvin Rose, board member. And if you would like, what I have provided to you is their evidentiary material checklist. I'll just kind of go through each item at a high level. If you have any questions, happy to dig into them in more depth and go from there. So we do have the formal subrecipient agreement and grant award notice for your signature. The Community Development Block Grant is providing $1,318,080, which is approximately 50% of the total project cost. We also have a budget form in here that shows how their funds are programmed. We have plugged them in for soft costs as well as construction costs. And the total project cost is $2,625,000. The other segment of the funding is already in place, and it has been provided directly to the Birch River PSD from the Appalachian Regional Commission. It was in the amount of approximately $1.3 million. We also have a performance schedule. At current, the project is estimated to be completed by September of 2027. That will be subject to change, but we hope to stay on that track. We also have a debarment review certification that just indicates that the Nicholas County Commission is an eligible recipient of the funds, that you're not debarred from doing business with the federal government, which you are not. You are in good standing with them. We have a statement of work that simply describes the improvements that the project hopes to accomplish. It includes an extension of water service to approximately 29 customers. We have a HUD disclosure form. It just simply references any individuals or organizations that stand to have like a financial interest in the project. We do list Region 4 Planning and Development Council and E.L. Robinson Engineering, as both organizations did help to prepare the application for funding. Outside of that, there's no one else to list. The Community Development Block Grant does have a memorandum of understanding. It is also a very standard form. It indicates that if the proposed work has not commenced within 18 months of the project approval date, that they do reserve the right to recapture funds. And by commence, I think that means just any type of activity. In the event of a cost underrun, the program reserves the right to recover any unused funds, although they do allow you the opportunity to request to use those funds. It also indicates that if additional funds are needed, you are allowed to request one additional allocation from the Community Development Block Grant for additional funds, but that is up to their discretion whether that is approved or not. It also says that no change in scope may be implemented without prior written approval, that you'll comply with their subrecipient procurement and procedures, and also that you will work closely with their office and your Regional Planning and Development Council, which we know that you will. We also have an environmental review determination. What we do at the inception of a project to have soft costs approved is we submit an environmental that is just for soft costs only. You have to do a full environmental assessment in order to actually do any construction activities, but we do also have that. And then Region 4 Planning and Development Council's administrative agreement for the project. Our fees for this project are in the amount of $92,000. Our standard admin policy is 3.5% of the total project cost, and that does equate to $92,000. We have that set up for your approval today. We also have it set up for the Birch River PSD to approve that as well, and we'll present that to them at their meeting next Tuesday. And that is essentially it. It does also reference a SAM.gov registration screenshot, which we already have that on file for you. and an indirect cost letter from the cognizant agency, which is not applicable. So in summary, that's what we have for you. We're happy to answer any questions, and I don't know if the PSD has anything that they would like to share.
She's pretty good, isn't she?
Absolutely.
Pretty good. So how far along is your engineering on this?
At this stage, only preliminary engineering has been accomplished. The
So that's
PS,
contributing towards the September 27 completion.
yeah. So the grant actually goes through June 30th of 2028. So we have it projected to be completed actually prior to its period of performance expiring.
June of 28, is that what you said?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
I'd just like to say, we'd like to thank the commission for your continued support, for our area in this county. We really appreciate it, and the residents that are getting the water that you've helped us with, really appreciate it. We just thank you for all you do for the community and for, I'd like to speak on behalf of the road club too. I'd like to thank you for that.
Yep. Definitely likewise, you guys have worked really hard over the past couple of years that I've been around to get a lot of these folks water service, and I know they very much appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you guys are really rock stars down there. Good job.
Government just moved a little faster than we are.
Yeah.
At least there's hope, though. You know, it's light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay, we're good.
All
We got a
right.
copy for me to sign? We need to
Yes,
have.
lots of places for you to sign.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the Birch River PSD Keeners Ridge Waterline Extension Project, CDBG evidentiary materials, additional documents here discussed this morning for approval.
Okay, there's a motion on the floor, is there a discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried.
When the PSD initially started this project, they held a public meeting, to gauge interest and try to get petitions and user agreements and that sort of thing, and they held it out at a little church on Keeners Ridge. And you would have thought it was Sunday morning service, like it was awesome. They came out, they were just so grateful that the PSD was even trying. It was really cool.
Well, a lot of them showed up in Charleston, right? Is this
That
the
was
one we
another
sat down in Charleston and went to?
That was,
That was the one we're working on now.
Okay.
Right.
and that project is pretty, like, they have all the lines laid and that sort of thing, like, it's pretty much teed up, but they have to have a booster station, to actually get the pressure that they need to push the water over the hill. It had a long lead time, so they are still waiting on it.
But customers aren't getting water. We do.
Yep. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, is that all you got?
Think so.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for coming over.
Make sure we get a copy of everything.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys.
Notice to get your south pole.
Thank you, guys.
See you, Cassie.
See you
Did you have a
later.
good Thanksgiving?
Thank you,
Wasn't
sir.
too shabby. It went by way too fast.
Yeah, they're good.
Took the whole week off. I don't know
Me
where it
too.
went.
Flew.
Yes. Have a good day.
We get a copy of everything. In recess, because I think there's a bunch of people that need to come
Okay, let's take a break for a second. Okay, we're back, and our 9:20 appointment, we have Dara Acord. Is that how you say it?
It is Dara Akert.
She's here representing she was a commissioner on the estate of the Dennis Naylor file, 10575, and she has a report for us.
And if you could come to the front here, please.
I believe that it had been sent out to the commissioners and the parties prior.
Yes.
Does everybody have a copy of it?
Yes.
Would you like me just to read it?
You don't have to read the whole thing, you just summarize. Just give us a quick little version.
I can give you a quick version. Well, we had a very long proceeding. I heard from many parties that were there. Mr. Milam was there on behalf of Ms. Naylor. The other part of the estate was unrepresented. The bulk of the issue, I think, in this situation was essentially Mr. Naylor had so much stuff. There were a massive amount of stuff. His property was a family property, had been in the family for years. And he and Connie had been married, to my recollection, I believe 9 years. In his original will, I don't believe he provided, or if he did, it was a nominal amount for her. She sought to have her elective share of that based on the statute. Nobody contested that she was entitled to the elective share. It was agreed upon by the parties that she was entitled to the elective share. I believe it came down to a 27%. Then we went through the difficult task of ascertaining what the estate actually was worth. We did subtract a couple of things, I believe, that were property of other people and different things of that nature. And then the number that we came up with is reflected there in the report. And then there was a 27% that was, I did the math on that, and that was what she was entitled to according to the statute. I think what happened after his death is that Miss Naylor sold a lot of the personal property that was part of the estate. Some of the claims were that it was marital properties, other, I believe it was just property that she sold. The value of that property that she sold as value, we went through, we made a list. It's not exhaustive on the report that I gave, but we made a list of nearly every item. She would indicate whether or not she still had it, if it was sold, whether she thought it was believed to be marital property, whether there was any proof that it was marital property. And so we sort of, for hours, went back and forth regarding that. Ultimately, what I found was that I believe that Ms. Naylor has received her portion, her elective share of the estate. I think inherent in the will of Mr. Naylor was that this was family property. It was a gathering place. Friends, family for years came. There were items that didn't belong to him. There were things he was working on. There were, and you could tell by the folks that spoke that it was a cherished place, and they'd spent a lot of time there. And I believe that was inherent in his will. He wanted that to go to the beneficiary. He wanted the land, so to speak, and the personal items, the personal property, the tools, the equipment. What we talked about, welders, we talked about an immense number of tools. I learned a lot of things about the different things that can be in the shop. But that was ultimately what I found. The one issue that I did sort of give an option, I think, to the commission regarding this. There was a mobile home. It was a 2020 mobile home that was placed on the property after, I believe, the flood. It was a FEMA trailer, so to speak. I believe that Ms. Naylor is living in that now. If the commission would choose, I guess, my initial recommendation is that his beneficiary should, whatever is left there, have everything. That's my initial recommendation, because I believe that she's gotten her elective share based on the extensive testimony. But I do understand that she is living in the mobile home. So if the commission would decide that they wanted her to have that mobile home, then I would ask that it just be required to be moved. I think that would be more than her elective share, but it could be fair and equitable and help to remedy the situation. I'm happy, obviously, to answer any questions that you might have.
And this recommendation is based on the fact that her elective share is $71,280, and it's believed that the items that were depleted already were valued at $80,000.
Yes.
Okay, so there's about almost $8,000-9,000 overage?
Yes.
Okay.
That is, I mean, and ultimately, the value that we placed on them was the value from the appraisement, not the value for what she actually got.
I got you.
According to what she said, there were a number of things that were very undervalued.
Thank you.
Are you David? Okay, I thought so, I just wanted to make sure. Looking through here, because I mean, yeah, as Ms. Aker mentioned, Dennis Naylor mentions in his own will, under handwriting, this is inherited land from his father, any personal property or land is to be rendered to David Lee Clutter. Okay, and that's uncontested.
Can I say something? Can I
You
say
swear in.
something?
Yeah, you'll need to be sworn in.
Need to raise your right hand.
Do you solemnly swear to and affirm that the matter in this hearing, your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay?
And your name for the record.
My name is Connie Naylor.
Okay.
And the land was not inherited. It was not inheritance because there is a copy of the deed. He bought it off of his dad. It was not inheritance. And when we got to FEMA home, we had to put the land up for clarity. He signed it, I signed it, and it was notarized. And I have it in my file. And I just got my file back Sunday, because my lawyer was PK and he passed. And I would like to continuance because I need to get me to the county.
When was the property bought?
I don't know. It was before we got married.
So it's not marital property?
No, the property isn't.
Right.
But some of the stuff that they said that I got rid of was marital property.
That's, we're not gonna contest.
And
That's
when they done the assessment of the value, they done that. They didn't bring a professional in to do that. So that was just by what they went off of. And there is still tools down there, there is still toolboxes down there. He had no equipment. He has one backhoe, and we got it after we got married, and it's not working. He worked with Adam Bostic stuff, and Adam Bostic came back and got his equipment. And there was a rollback, and Randy Smith came back and got his rollback, because my husband was a diesel mechanic, and he was working. And there was a welder, and Randy Smith came back and got that, because that was his. And the stuff that I might have not done what I was supposed to do, but I had to do what I had to do to live. I had no vehicle. I had no phone. They stole my dog, they turned my car off, they cut my water off, they locked me out of the house, and what was I gonna do? I was just trying to make it. And I paid taxes on this year, I paid every year. I have receipts to that where I paid taxes on things, and I don't know what else to do. I just need continuance so I can get me legal counsel to help me, because I don't want to lose my home. That's my home. And David Clutter, they lost their home. And I'm sorry that they lost their home, and I think they're wanting mine because it's paid.
So you're saying that the personal property taxes are paid?
Yes, sir, I have a receipt right here, I paid them.
Okay, is that recently or
Yes, sir,
like in the past couple of weeks?
yes.
Okay,
Well, no, it was, October maybe?
okay.
No, I have them right here. I have them where I paid them. They put them in David Lee's name. I think
Understood.
his sister did. And I went down and I was gonna get my license for my truck. And I paid taxes on my double wide, and I paid taxes on my truck, and I paid taxes on this land. I have the receipts where I paid, you know, to my husband he wasn't coming to court to help. He just wasn't coming here. So I paid him. I have them right here. He would receive the receipts.
Was there a 2002 Chevy S10 that was sold?
Yes, sir, that was marital property. It
2002.
wasn't sold. I gave it.
Another 2002 vehicle and a 1991 Toyota, those things were sold?
No, traded.
Traded?
I traded for a lawnmower,
Okay.
but it was marital property, those two
I'm
things.
just validating
Okay,
as part
yes,
of
sir.
the metal lathe, various tools and equipment, a Goldwing motorcycle?
The Goldwing motorcycle was marital property, and I did sell that.
Yeah, that's my main
account.
question. Is it,
And the
these
metal
things-
lathe, I don't know nothing, I don't know where that's at. I'm not lying, I don't know where, I don't know
I'm just
who
trying to
took it.
determine if these things were there and are now gone.
Yes, sir, they were, but I don't know who took it, I don't know.
So were you off the property at some point in time that they could've came and got those things?
No. David Lee and David came in and they cut the locks off my gate, cut the locks off the garage, and whenever they came down, I would not go down.
Alright.
And I would dial 911, and they would call them and tell them to leave, because it should be on record where, because they would come down and they would cut the locks off, and just come in and take. And I did not go down there, and the cameras was not working because the power was turned off in my garage, and the cameras were not working, and because then I couldn't do the camera.
So do you agree with the elective share being 27%?
But I did not deplete that.
No, I'm asking, do you agree that your elected share would be 27%?
Yes.
Okay.
And my lawyer was wanting that share would be my home and the land. That was my 27%. I didn't want nothing. I didn't want anything. I was blindsided. I didn't know what was going on at all. I just need to continue if you so did. But that just to be legal counsel. Thank you.
And then.
But I think, if I could interject, Ms. Accord, if you could come back up, please. I think what you're showing here is that with the, as Commissioner Roberts mentioned, the 2002 S10 Chevy, the 2002 vehicle of some sort, a 1991 Toyota, metal lathe, various tools and equipment, building, motorcycle, various welders, were valued at approximately $80,000. Who appraised that amount?
We use the appraisement value from the original appraisement that I believe the administrator did. The executors, the family, there would have been the family, what they valued it at.
So who did that? All of you?
They did, I did not.
And the way we did it was we just took whatever the item was, we would go on a sales site like an eBay site or something and find it comparable and put them, we had to go by market value. If we didn't, there was no way to put value on this stuff. There was so much of it.
Cool, good, okay. Well, that makes sense, that helps, I appreciate it. So, in it, I'll excuse you,
Okay, I'm so
just one
sorry.
moment.
I'm so sorry.
So concerning the land and the home, inherited or purchased, I think that's material. Who was the property deeded, whose name was the property deeded in?
I was never presented with any kind of deed
Who's this?
to look at that. I didn't do any independent research on my own either. I wanted to, but I did not.
Understood.
So I don't know.
Clerk, are you familiar?
Is there a file?
There is, but there's no deed in it. That's actually what
I'm going in my truck,
But-
I've been in my truck a bit.
yeah.
Ms. Connie, are you looking for that?
Yes, sir, I have a copy of it.
I also,
I just got all my papers.
don't know, I also don't have information whether the mobile home was ever made part of the realty. Having heard from her regarding the personal property taxes, it doesn't seem as if it was assessed differently. It doesn't seem as if there was
You
an.
can lay that stuff right there if you need to.
Okay, I think
Yeah,
this
you
is
can use the
it.
table.
Yeah, you can use the table.
Yeah.
I think that's the.
And now, what you were wanting to say, you can go ahead.
Okay, no, I'm
Okay.
sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. It's hard when you have three chiefs on the same
know.
bench, so.
I am so sorry.
No, you're fine, but you can go ahead.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
That's
I'm
fine,
so
that's
sorry.
fine. Take it, you're fine. Okay, I can't read some.
2002.
Huh? Oh, and may I say something
Mhm.
else? This is not my name. It's Connie Sue, my name is not Connie Sue. It is Connie Lou. And I have told them from the very beginning, this is not me.
Okay.
They got my name wrong. Sue is not me, and it's every paper that I have.
Mhm.
It's got Sue, and that's not me.
Okay. Make sure to put that on the record for clarification's sake, because, yeah.
Do you have the property taxes receipt from the mobile home?
I could not find it. I paid it, it should be here, because I paid it here. With Angie, down in, where I bought my truck. I don't know where it's at. I have it. But I did pay it with my mobile home. I did, I just paid it last month when I got my check. But I tried to find that and I could not,
Will you?
where I
Yeah, when they
misplaced
start
that
guessing
at.
names, we just. Yeah, it's true, just keep.
Oh, wait. You're David. He's David.
I'm David. Well,
Say it one more time.
I'm David Jr. He's
Uh-huh.
my dad.
Okay.
What's your last name?
Butler.
Butler. Well, try Clark.
Thank you, sir.
What was the name the mobile home was in when you paid the taxes? Was it your name? Was it Dennis's name? Was it his name? Whose
No,
name?
it's my name, Connie Naylor. It said Dennis E. I have the title right here. You want to see the
I
title?
want to see the tax receipt.
I don't have it. I can't find, it's downstairs. I can go get a copy of it.
Well, I think the
We're
title
trying
would be.
to find it.
I have the title to the house.
Yeah, that'd be good to see. Miss Connie, I'm gonna send your copy of the deed right back down
Okay.
here, because the clerk provided this one.
Your Honor, it was also stated during the last meeting that we had, that she illegally signed a bunch of the titles. It'd be interesting to know what the date was on the newest title for the double wide.
Here's a copy of the title. The title is not on my papers. It's on-
Thank you, ma'am.
Did you already have the deed set?
Yeah, that was before.
You still need our deed? Y'all still need this deed?
No, sir, the clerk got us a copy, but I appreciate it.
Okay.
back. In this situation, it seems to be a little more complex than cut and dry. Ms. Naylor, we're gonna grant you time to get representation. The commission feels you probably had time, so this is gonna be the last time you're gonna have time. So we're gonna give you until, I'm gonna say February, the first meeting in February, which is about 45 days, for you to get, this is the first meeting. So.
But yeah, but that'll be February 4th.
Okay, February 4th, is that good with you? To get everything in order. We're not gonna make an opinion right now, except for we want this finished and done, so you get representation, you guys get representation, and then make it as fair as possible. You guys okay with that?
Be my recommendation to set a hearing on this estate, February 4th at 10 a.m. here at the commission chambers. And the clerk's office is directed to notify all parties.
Can we ask for an independent, something to get an up-to-date inventory of what's left? Do you guys have that at all? I mean,
We haven't, no.
we haven't been
on
allowed on
property.
property. Can we turn this to the sheriff maybe to get us
I
an
think that would
updated
require the
inventory?
sheriff becoming the executor. I think that would require removing the executor and appointing the sheriff as executor. Is that right? Commissioner Chapman asking you, to get a updated appraisement list of all contents of the estate. You mentioned sending the sheriff out with that. That would require the sheriff to become the executor. In my opinion, right?
So if we request an inventory and it's provided, and there's something not there when the final settlement goes out, they can contest the final settlement. That'd probably be the best way to go about this. That way we see what's on hand, what they're receiving, or does that open up more?
If that's what the commission wants, that'll work. I probably should have recommended we go into executive session a while ago.
I think my thing is there's a lot of things listed here. There's a lot of et ceteras and a lot of like generic, like there's just whatever, a 2002 vehicle. So we don't really have the full evidence to know exactly what's on hand, the values of things and that type of stuff. So that's why I'm asking just like what's really there, what's still there, that type of thing. Right. So.
Do you want, Matt, do you want an executive session, please? Okay, I'd like to have a motion to go into executive session.
I'll make that motion, also rescinding my motion for the hearing at this time until we discuss further. Make a motion to enter executive session pursuant to West Virginia Code 6-9A-4. This will be an executive session with only the commission, clerk, painter, and legal counsel. All other parties will step out in the hall until we notify you to come back. It is 9:47 a.m.
Okay, we're back, and do I have a motion to come out of executive session?
I will make that motion to exit executive session pursuant to West Virginia Code 6-9A-4. It is now 10:09 a.m. No decisions were made during that time.
Okay, there's a motion on the floor. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion is carried. Ma'am, will you come back there and talk? Do you have a copy of this?
I believe I do, sir.
Okay, in your findings, on the last page, you have four items. Is number 3 and number 4, in your opinion, in either order?
Does that person before starts out even the alternative?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much. Okay, in this matter, do we have a motion of a way to proceed out of this?
I'll ask the commission to consider a motion to approve the fiduciary commissioner's recommendations in part, in order to be prepared to accept, adopt, and agree with the findings of the commissioner, except for the recommendation number 3. And thereby, the order should state that all the personal property on the property minus the 2020 mobile home be granted to the appropriate beneficiaries per the will, but the 2020 mobile home would be granted to Connie Naylor, as evidentiary was found with the title being titled in both names of Dennis and Naylor and Connie Naylor.
Okay, there's a motion on the floor for any discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion is carried. So, legal counsel, will you draw up an order regarding
Absolutely.
this? Thank you. So basically, your legal counsel will get you a copy of this order, and basically it states just what Commissioner Cole said, that we feel like the home was not part of the estate because it had her name on it, and it was very clear. The rest of the stuff goes to the beneficiary's name, because of the two of you, or just him. So the rest will be the battle, so it's your.
Includes the land.
Yes, it's your property. The land is your property.
How soon can we start doing, how soon can we start working the property? The stuff needs to be done down there.
Can we go with the property?
They're not allowed on the property, so he's asking how soon can
Expect
We
access.
were told not to move anything on or off, I mean, so we haven't done anything to the sort. They'd like to start using the garage, is what it boils down to.
You know, once we prepare and the commission approves the order, then we can, I'll put in the order that a final settlement must be prepared, and after that, they can move their stuff.
after the final settlement stuff.
What we're allowed on the property now, correct? Without interference.
Who said they could be on the property?
Every time we, I'm sorry.
Apparently Mrs. Naylor will not allow them on the property.
I don't think they need to access the double lots on there, but I don't see why they can't.
The rest of the property, as far as we're concerned, is yours, but the home is hers. But
And she's moving it.
in this, it says she has to move it or some other arrangement has to be worked out. So at that point, it's between you guys.
Yes.
So whether you sell her your part, you sell them your part, however it works. But alls we're here is to decide who actually gets what. And the real estate goes to you because you're the named beneficiary. That does not include the mobile home. That actually is hers.
Only the mobile home.
Because
Well,
in
we're
this
clarifying
finding-
on the mobile home, and then the will state everything else.
Well, and
So just
here,
go back to the will.
in this, what we accepted also
Yes.
says she's already got her share of the 27%. So
Correct.
we've accepted that, so yes.
Only the mobile home.
The mobile home is what's, and that's the findings of this commission.
And any further action would be considered in circuit court? Is that correct?
Absolutely, they'll be given
For any objections to these findings and
a
decisions?
statutory time
Either
to
party
appeal the
objects.
commissioner's order if they go upstairs.
I object.
Okay, so circuit court will be your next step.
Can I say something?
The decision's already been made, ma'am.
I mean,
Sorry.
I thought y'all was gonna, did you make a motion for me to get me another volume before you decided?
Ma'am, right now, our
That was
motion is,
rescinded.
we accept this, you go do whatever you want with it. Okay, that's up to you. As far as we're concerned, this is a closed matter.
Okay, thank you.
So thank you all.
Thank you. Is that it? We good?
Yes.
Can I say something else before you go? I have a tanning bed, and I don't want them to touch it. That is my tanning bed, and it is my building.
Ma'am, get a lawyer.
We can't, unfortunately, we can't enforce anything.
We're done with this
Yes,
matter.
we're within our legal boundaries.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate your help.
All right. Moving on.
Thank you, Sarah.
Okay, it's past our time. We have consideration of a one-time pay adjustment for county employees. Do we have a motion on that?
Something I might ask we consider is a one-time pay adjustment for county employees of $750. Years before, when things were frankly a little bit better, the commission also handled the taxes that would be on top of and so on and so forth. Perhaps this year we do not do that.
Would it be subject
With our
to this
shortfall, really,
normal deduction?
yeah, subject to normal deduction, just with the budgetary constraints we're starting to find post-COVID and stuff like that. Try and keep the same amount, but also, look out for the county's best interest at the same time.
One time, $750 taxes and stuff taken out.
Standard
Standard deduction.
deductions.
Like a retirement and,
Yeah.
your regular.
Yes, sir.
Right. How that would normally be split, employee.
What is it?
And how that would normally be split, employer and employee. Yeah.
It's the same.
Yep,
Yes.
Same deduction.
Yeah.
Typical pay disbursement.
Instead of like covering all the expense or something.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor, is there a discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Where do we want to take it?
Oh,
Wherever they're paid out already,
yeah.
like the general.
No
county.
special fund, just wherever, okay.
Okay.
All right, motion carried. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
So how much will that cost?
About 50,000.
How much?
50,000. Okay, and now we want to move on to revisit. We'd like Mike Moore with facilities to talk about the sidewalk bids that we got.
So if you'll remember, November 19th, we had a meeting, we accepted bids for this outside sidewalk project in 2 phases. We had 2 bids come in. We had one from Extreme Concrete, here in Summersville, West Virginia. Their bid came in at $97,800. That included the flagpole and the mounting of the flagpole. We got another bid from Alpha Construction here in Summersville. Their total came in at $85,845. Pretty much identical bids, except for the prices. So I'd recommend that you would go with Alpha Construction and save the county about $11,955.
I want to clarify that they're not necessarily exactly the same. One is a electric water tankless water heater.
Yes, sir.
And one is a boiler.
Yes, sir.
Could you perhaps help us understand what the difference is in that? I mean,
So
tankless is obviously the cheaper one. No.
Yes.
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 But
It's a commercial series tankless heater is what we was looking at. It's like 1,000,000 BTU or something like that. And it's just gonna be running PEX lines that's fed through these sidewalks and be temporarily used like a few months out of the year, right?
Right.
So we'll just valve that off whenever we need it. We can crack that valve open. It'll start feeding the sidewalks and start melting the ice off.
But either proposal is a standalone system just for that, so it's not like gonna
Yes.
interact with.
Correct.
Okay.
Which one do you think is gonna be more maintenance friendly? Standalone? Pop it out, new one in, keep hold?
Well, they're both standalone.
Yeah, they are.
Whether
But I mean, the,
boiler or the-
tank
cost
oil.
wise.
Yeah,
tankless,
tankless
yeah.
would be a lot less hassle and boilers are pretty heavy and awkward to get in and out of places.
Yep.
Yeah.
Plus the difference in cost.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you're comfortable with the tankless gas water heater versus
Yes.
the boiler?
Yes.
Okay. That's the
If
only
we
thing
were
I could
covering
wrap my
more
head around.
area, it'd be a different thing, but I don't know. It's plenty for what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
All right, we have a motion on it.
Well, one more stupid question. They both would have the same level of circulation, so it's not like we're gonna have 100-degree sidewalks at the courthouse and not out at the end of the step.
Yeah, it's all,
I mean,
it's a continuous loop.
It's all gonna be this, basically the same.
Yep, same water
Pumping.
source, it's just in and out, continuous.
And the main is gonna have ports to go out to the sides if they need it.
So, we're gonna replace this sidewalk here, right? So it'll already be plumbed in, but whenever we replace this front piece, we'll go ahead and add plumbing in for future renovations whenever that sidewalk needs replaced in the future.
The only one it's not gonna cover is the one going.
That
But
direction.
we're gonna leave connections
Little
there, for whenever we do have to
Should
replace
work.
that, we can go ahead and plumb right into it.
That's good.
Yeah.
And this tankless will serve that as well, likely.
I haven't figured that in. If it doesn't, like, we'll have our boiler upgrade at that point, we can switch over to that if need be.
I guess the one last thing we should talk about is, I mean, we're gonna decide to proceed now, or are we gonna go for a grant or?
So we have grants coming in 26 for sidewalks, right? Got that
Yeah,
paper
you
right
got
here,
the paper
hold on.
on you.
To sidewalk, so you got 50 grand coming next year in grant money for sidewalks.
No, that was just
I wouldn't
sidewalk.
recommend
Is what he's
doing it in the winter time,
Correct.
right? Like, let's wait until it dries up, or April, May, somewhere, or we can get, so we're gonna have to get equipment in here to drag all this stuff out, and it's gonna be a bit of a
Mess.
process, yeah. I know it's gonna make it rough for everyone this winter. I don't think it's a good time to pour right now.
Okay, so I guess I'll make a motion to approve the proposal from Alpha Construction. I believe it's Alpha 2 Inc. I'm not sure which one it is here. They're both on here anyway. The total amount of $85,845. And that is pending they honor this price once we get to construction with no change orders off the immediate.
There's a motion on the floor, is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Okay, Commissioner comments?
I just want to take the time to thank everybody that showed up for the candlelight vigil we held. I definitely think this is not a time for politics, political party pushes, or anything like that. We're talking about a human life, and for those of you who've ever served, you understand the value of this. A lot of us have lost friends in service of our country, and it was a really good thing to see down there. We did have folks speaking that wanted to share their heartfelt condolences for the situation, and their prayers for the gentleman that's it's gonna hit me here. Just appreciate everybody showing up the other night. Not time for politics.
So, I don't have anything to say except for happy holidays, everyone, Merry Christmas if you don't do it in the next one. And Garrett, we're very sorry about your grandmother.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing lady.
Thank you.
That's all.
I actually don't have any this week.
Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion on the floor, any discussion? All those in favor? Aye.